What's good, guys? Good morning. This is Mike from Hardy Watch, and I just wanted to go over something really great I saw on Teddy Bulbasaur. He was saying 10 things that every watch lover should do, and it changed the whole watch game for me. I mean, seriously, it's such a small thing, but it helped out a lot. What is it? It's about your bracelet, right? So, chunky bracelets like this on this Tissot Sea Star, which is heavy as hell, right? They can tug at the wrist, right? They can make you feel uncomfortable. I have a few leather strapped watches, and I've always preferred the feel of leather, right? But then sometimes I like the look of the bracelet. And for example, like with my Sea Star, right? I would wear it, and something about the experience would pull me away from using this watch. This was actually my first real purchase of my watch collecting journey. I bought an Invicta before this one, but that was more of like a cool, Iron Man watch I eventually got rid of. Anyhow, this bracelet, the truth about it is that the buckle needs to be aligned with your wrist. You see how I have the T and the clasp, it's just perfectly aligned with my wrist. And this allows equal weight balance and just such comfort. I mean, it's like that Rick and Morty episode where, Rick is like showing, Morty true level, right? And he like levels the floor, and all of a sudden Morty stands in and goes, "Whoa, my God, this is amazing!" And then he gets pulled out. He's like, "No, nothing is real. Everything's crooked." Ah. It's like that little thing that we don't realize, right, is bothering us, and all of a sudden you take it away. So I'll show you what I did. I actually broke my link remover tool, and I have another one coming because it was Prime Day. I would have liked to have shown you guys the removal process, but it's not necessary. So here's my Seiko Samurai, which I love too, but has the same problem. It's a little uncomfortable. It's a little annoying on the wrist. When the watch is perfectly centered, take a look at this. So the buckle is really, what is that? Towards the left, towards the right of my wrist, and it's causing an imbalance in the weight distribution. So what you got to do is you got to take a link out of the longer side and then just replace it in the shorter side. So what I like to do, right, is I like to get my buckle lined up with my wrist, pull it, and then you'll see your watch is going to start hitting your bone right here. And so what you want to do is you want to look, okay, I have to take a link out of here and then give this side a little more room for the watch to come up back to the wrist with the buckle staying in the same position. I promise you, if you do this, you are going to be tremendously happy. Tremendously happy. I cannot believe how much this one little change has changed my perception of my Tissot, and I'm hoping it's going to do the same for my Samurai because, when I put on the Samurai is gorgeous, but when I put it on, just something doesn't feel right, and I think it's a level of comfort. Let me focus on that. You can see it a little closer. Look at that red. It almost reminds me of the Tudor Black Bay. They have a nice new red bezel. I like this a little better, actually. I've worn both. Lastly, I just want to show you guys, this is my Rolex Oyster Precision. But the thing is, this came pre-aligned. And I've always wondered why this watch was a little more comfortable. I always thought it was weight, right? The weight of the watches is very thin. And but I think it's actually because the buckle really does line up nicely. So that's your PSA. Get a watch link remover tool. Just swap out a few of your links, and you'll be ready to go. One thing too that happens, I've noticed this at the Tissot store. I've noticed it at the jewelry shop. Jewelers they prefer to have your bracelet looser, which isn't necessarily good. You want to have at least being able to get a finger in, or if you like it a little looser, 2 fingers in. But really, 1 finger is my preference, and I think it's a good rule of thumb for most people. So just showing you, like, my Rolex here's my T. So you're able to get that finger in. It's enough wiggle room that it's not, cutting off your circulation. I have a Belova that I need to add a link to because it's like killing me. It's either that or I lose weight, but I don't think I can lose weight that fast. Anyhow, this has been Mike. It's been real, and keep enjoying your watches. Have a nice day.